I'm doing a late night stream. Figured why the heck not? It's been a while since I've ever done one of these. Probably a long time actually. So those that see that, sit back, chill back, drink, enjoy life. Hell, we may even play a drinking game if need be. I mean, that's the title of the thing. Late night, chill and drink. Enjoy life. That's too short, sometimes. At least me, I find it. Oh, don't worry, we're not going through the story. I'm just going to be doing missions, playing my brokenly overpowered Zack. I have a possible popping in, I don't know. Let's see how that goes. But, let's see. Let's see how all this goes. I'm gonna steer this around. Oh yeah, we've more than likely hit the mark. You're supposed to be in the gray area. Oh yeah, we've more than likely hit the mark. To the viewers! Everybody enjoyed life? See here, one base at a time. Drainblade. Oh, for those who don't know, my Zack is ludicrously brokenly overpowered because I basically know most of the old Fusion Materia episodes.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Oh, don't worry, I won't be doing any of the story parts. Ah, crap.
Brace yourself!
Is this the end?
No, not if I can help it.
The original voice when he goes to that limbic rate is, I'm trying! I'm trying! Just so you know. That's another voice change they did for this. Oh, come on! Come on, man! Ah, I keep hitting the wrong button. This is what happens when I don't play this game for quite a while.
Conflict resolved.
Chill, drink, enjoy everything, as I would say. While we march through the dungeons of Shinra to get rid of Genesis forces. Because Genesis has an obsession with Levelus.
Conflict resolved.
You have attained the G-Varius.
Activating
Is that like
combat
the
mode.
G-Virus?
Conflict resolved.
Everyone beware, it's like the T-Virus but on steroids. Now one of the tricks in the original game you could do is run along the walls. Because in case you haven't noticed, the encounter rate in this game is through the roof! Which, unfortunately, the remake just made it worse. Don't get me wrong, this is a good remake, it's just, oh my god, they cranked the encounter rate to an 11.
Bringing out the big guns.
Is this the end?
No, not if I.
Conflict resolved.
Also, if you know what you're doing, you can ludicrously break the materia system.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
Hello, Dustin. This is a late night stream on a Friday night. Oh wait,
Brace yourself.
let's do the Chocobo, which this is basically a Kamen Rider entrance. Dynamic kick!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Of course I'd be unable to keep any of that materia because...
Activating combat mode.
Jesus, the encounter rate!
Conflict resolved.
Me? Gunganga? Well, this would be Crisis Core, the reunion one. Which is a very good remake, but they have
Activating combat mode.
few voice line changes here or there. I'm just gonna be doing the mission parts, the little mini missions that grant you a whole bunch of shit. Oh no, Zack died! Whoop-de-doo! Hello, G-Bane!
Activating combat mode.
And it still plays like a PSP game. Jesus, they have a...
Zach,
Oh, they also voice these scenes, which is really cool.
what are you doing here?
Dunno. I was just told to take leave at Del Sol. And you?
Good timing. My supervisor gave me leave as well. So I figured...
Because
I
they
should
want
take
to
in a
watch
little
your
fun.
monitor, Zach.
My leave wasn't an order from the director.
Leave is leave. Forget about work. Spread your wings a little. Well, see ya.
Again,
Wings and
with the
feathers.
wings.
I've had enough.
Oh no, thank you to Thornberry.
Bringing out the big guns.
Oh yeah, this could be a little bit corny in a good way, G-Bane. Well, that would be instant death, I hope. Uh-oh, we have the conundrum. I saw what happened on the previous stream. How are you doing? Are you a ghost? Everyone, I think I have a ghost. What do I do? Or I have a lurker. Or he's chilling and eating. This is a chill, drink, and eat game. Maybe I ought to play. I can't believe we came back from the dead for a brief moment. Ho! The dead can rise. Well, we all know he's in hiding, so... I'm still waiting for that one troll to come in here, Scorpio November. Now, I know that was supposed to be either a Monopoly stream or woke TikTok, but there's a thing called life got to both me and John.
Activating combat mode.
Him, he had a thing called a job making grains. Got tired, kind of like me. I kind of just passed out a little bit after I got home. And then I realized, oh shit, what time is it? You know what? I got enough time. I'll just put in a quick stream, maybe hang out with somebody. And just pop my mouth off for a while. And we'll probably do the main event tomorrow. How have I not encountered half the monsters in this game? The one gear I want is the Genji armor. Which, by the way, if you ever find, is some of the most broken gear in this game. How have I not encountered that? It's a giant rhino.
Activating combat mode.
Okay. Why are you here? I have a guest coming in. And trust me, this is one that's going to be very wild. Oh, we can kill time until he gets here. What, are you amazed I'm streaming this late? Well, got bored, I saw something that went down a few minutes ago, and I figured, why don't I just see how things go from this end. It's a giant rhino that killed me real good that's got, like, overpowered protection. Let's review equipment and try again. Equipment, helmet area, A's up. Hold on, what was that? I'm pretty sure I had a few of the more overpowered ones. Although I wasted my time fighting, like, Dark Blizzard and all that, so maybe that's where I went? There's poison silence. Okay. Stun. Let's see here.
Hello. There we go.
Hello.
Yeah, did you hear about YouTube's new thing? Their new rules?
Oh yeah, I don't care. At this point, I met my quota and met someone I wanted to meet a while. Oh shit, John! Ah! You out! I wasn't expecting. I had like a two-way thing. I should have made it sort of close. Sorry about that. That one was unexpected on this one. I meant to have you in here. Why the heck did John appear? And who the heck is that person that appeared in your stream and tried to be the wrecking ball of a stream I was enjoying?
I know, but you gotta admit, what I did was pretty funny.
You freaking wrecked him.
Yeah. And the best way, I knew the best way I could, because I just unfriended Libra on my PSN, friended him again, and added him in a group call. You gotta admit, that was pretty smart.
Yeah, but
But the Messenger was pretty good, actually, that game. Reminds me a lot of Ninja Gaiden.
I thought you were playing Ninja Gaiden.
No, it's an indie game called The Messenger. It's a Metroidvania game.
Huh. There's Zane or that Rogue Inquisitor. Okay, who is Zane? Can someone please fill me in on that? I've been hiding under a rock, apparently.
Zane and Kubo the cat. AKA the cat fucker.
Please tell me that wasn't a real cat. You all were joking, right?
No, it was a real cat. He admitted to it.
Okay. I think I just lost several.
You think that's bad? You know that guy, Just a Gardevoir? He's kind of a weirdo. What he's been doing is making art of him crapping a diaper.
Well, this is a late night stream. Feel free to pop off at anything needed.
Alright. I just love the fact that Jack, every time it was like rescuing a damsel in distress. I think that's the only way he could get his rocks off.
Zane is nobody important, just a guy that begs for stuff. Oh, who is this guy that was like, I saw on the Discord that's just like, was mad. Stop unsubbing to me! Is that the same guy?
No, that's another guy.
That was kind of fun. Okay, the sad as this might sound, that kind of gave me a laugh.
He's from the south side of Chicago, and he has a Japanese wrestler as a girlfriend.
Why would you go to the hellhole commie place of Chicago? Even I in Illinois know that place is a hellhole.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how brutal some of these little side missions can be. It's like
Yep,
duck,
no,
circle, duck, circle.
The guy is upset he's spaghetti because the SWO clowned on his ass dozens of times.
Oh, is that like Judas Montez? I mean, Caleb Judas.
No, Caleb Montez, God. He's too embarrassed to show himself on camera.
You mean Mr. Alabama? Sweet home. I didn't mean for that meme to stick all that years ago. Apparently that meme ended up sticking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But here's the good thing. People just don't seem to realize this. Memes are like a form of immortality, practically.
Yes, Keo. You're starting to sound like Revolver Ocelot. Or Liquid Snake. Liquid Keo, everybody.
Which his only ability is practically he can't die.
Yeah.
The amount of damage that man survived in the first game is almost on an insane level.
Yeah, and he didn't even game over, and he survived being game overed.
Power of soldier. All right, here comes the big one.
He was with G-Bane says, I was wondering who did the PSN stuff. I guess no, the PSN stuff was a long. Well, that's a saga in itself.
Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm eating salad.
What kind? Chefs? Chicken? What?
Feta cheese.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh,
Greek
did the
salad.
blizzard hit where you live?
Yep. That's why my stream went out.
Okay, how much snow did your area end up getting?
We didn't get snow, it's just starting with the freeze.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the people in the buffalo.
Yep.
And it's sad I'm fighting a buffalo-like monster. Just as I said that, I realized that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see how much snow they got? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And snow is a monstrosity.
Yeah.
Anybody ask, why are you constantly rolling? Roll is your best friend in this game.
Yep, the Monster Hunter rolling is the best friend you only have.
It was a real cat. I thought he was only, like, trying to be... why? Cats everywhere. Why? Just why?
If you think that's bad, I'll show you something from just a Gardevoir that will...
I don't need to show anything, just air out some stuff. It's a Friday night. We might need to play a drinking game because of this.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Schaefer, you're an incompetent leader in your own server, and it's so bad that you got silent to have your hand up so far up your ass, you might as well call yourself a Muppet at this point.
Okay, I don't know about that one. And don't care to. That's a neutral ground where he's out of my end. Let's leave that one alone. For cut contents and future context, or whoever sees this stream had no clue whatever this one's talking about. I just wanted to talk about what the hell happened on your stream, because that was a...
Oh, yeah.
You cut out right
Oh,
as
yeah.
it was getting juicy.
Yeah, it's funny. I think I knew who that was, Rogue Inquisitor. Like, Rogue, you don't have a... Let me put it this way. You think you want to fight Libra's battle? Libra has to fight his battle with me.
I have a question. Which do you think would have been a better investment at this point, considering stupidity? Should we have built a wall around Canada as well?
We should encase the United States in a blast dome.
Hey! The Simpsons did that! The Simpsons movie did that! It didn't end so well for them.
Or we should have, like, the minute you illegally cross the border to Canada, you have nanomachines in their body and they can die via fox die.
I wouldn't go with that. We just, feed them to the commies.
Conflict resolved.
I mean, they want to be like communism. Well, we'll just send them to California. It's a sanctuary place right next to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, New York is no longer known as the Big Apple. It's called the Big Rotting Apple, in my opinion.
It doesn't identify as an apple anymore. It identifies as another fruit.
Did you hear about this? And this, I know you're this is gonna piss you off. Did you hear they want the military to stop saying yes sir, no sir as a form of respect?
Wow.
What the living? Yeah, I heard that. I nearly jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Like, that concept has been in the military since before the Civil War. Everyone get a drink. I said Civil War. I mean, what is wrong with you? Okay, never mind. We live in a clown world. What's the matter? I won't be surprised if one day I see a clown walking around my street.
The most funniest thing I said in there was Mr. Cypher said, "You're cheating." I'm like Pro Jared, I love to cheat. You get that?
Yes, but oh, Pro Jared. So, would you say 2023 sure started off with a bang?
Yep.
Did you hear about? I mean, I don't think 2022 ended so well for those people in New York before the ball dropped. Apparently, there was a jihadi, and yes, a jihadi. And those of you who are old enough to, at least my age enough, are probably gonna go, "What's a jihadi?"
Activating
They were
combat mode.
related to the Iraqi things, and I was like, I have not heard that term since the Bush administration. What the hell?
Yep.
Who walked around with a giant ass machete through the New Year's Eve before the ball dropped. That had to suck.
Hey, Joan.
Yeah.
So you.
The most funniest thing, you're gonna laugh at this one. Andrew Tate being arrested.
Oh,
By,
Greta Thunberg. Greta
Yeah.
Thunberg roasting him. Okay, sure, the resting thing is like really weird because there was an activist or something that they looked deeper into it. But the fact that it was Greta Thunberg that roasted him at the end of it makes it funny.
yeah. Yeah, the most funniest thing was, you know how he got caught?
Well, the pizza box has apparently been misinterpreted. It was something else. But I'm not entirely sure on the pizza box. I have to go look again for all the details, but it was more than the pizza box. But here's the funny thing. Someone's tweeting out for him, because I don't know if you know this. In Romania, they hold you for 30 days in a jail cell, from what I understand. But he's being charged under, I believe, trafficking and human trafficking and drugs. But as far as I know, I don't think Andrew is guilty, but I don't know how his brother is, if his brother would be guilty of anything.
Well, he might be an accomplice, Andrew.
Out of the way.
That's what'll probably get him under being an accomplice.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Am I the only one that finds it funny that McCartney's lost 12 times and we haven't had this problem since the before the Civil War? And then, oh wait, before 1920, and then the new one, since this has happened, goes before the Civil War. I'm like, man, we are really nearing the term Civil War. Up, drink.
Yeah.
Or in the case of White Devil, a blunt.
Civil War, what team are you gonna be? Team Iron Man or Team Cap?
I'm picking Iron Man. I'm not one for his ideology. I saw Lex explain of the Civil War comic and how that whole thing started. I was like, ooh, talk about intentions going wrong. There's one thing that Crisis Core This Reunion really suffers from. The exact same thing the first one did. They've made the encounter rate through the roof. And I'm trying to pull the trick.
Activating combat mode.
You know what also started 2023 with bang? Pelosi stepping down.
Oh my gosh. Now they're trying to get somebody in there real quick. Can they just do their job and stay overnight? You don't need to go home at 8 o'clock at night, everyone. Or maybe 7 o'clock at night. Come on. You can stay later. There are people that work graveyard shifts. What's wrong, politician? Oh, no, not that giant thing again.
Well, you do know why the 8 o'clock curfews were down.
I don't know.
So-
I found it
so
funny
the-
that they had to work today of all days.
So the male preteen interns can give the big time senators their favors. It's funny.
Today we would say we live in a clown society is the understatement of the year.
Yep.
I mean, the fact I had to watch, me and John had to go through TikTok videos of that don't make sense, that literally fried my brain cells.
Oh, libs of TikTok.
No, the really bad TikTok videos that no one wants to mention were like, I identify as a clown.
You're in for it now.
Oh, no.
We're gonna go through those.
Power of soul.
Yes, this Rhino really does need to do that, G-Pain. It's just... Would you quit knocking me on my ass? Oh, by the way, I watched the entirety of the credits and Nomura took Tabata's name out of it. If that don't prove he's still got some kind of saltness over the 15 project, I don't know what does.
looks like we're getting an HD Metal Gear collection.
What? Konami's finally got their ass sitting on all those properties they have and they're deciding to do something? But
Yeah, we're
wait,
getting a
wouldn't they have
Metal
to fight for rights of it with Kojima?
I really don't know if they are trying to. Because what character do you identify with in Metal Gear?
Gosh. That's hard to actually depict me. That I would have to go by the time. This would definitely be Old Snake. Just his jadedism and cynicism and how he looks at things, I can totally see.
Know who I identify as a lot?
Big Boss Otacon. By the way, your parody was hilarious. I saw
Thank
that.
you.
That made me die of laughter.
I would say Big Boss I identify as. Just. Also Otacon mostly.
Are you an otaku too?
Yes, I am.
It's just like one of those things that my Japanese. I don't know which. Okay, in the Twin Snakes they redid that line. I don't know which is more worse or cringe-inducing, the Twin Snakes version when he says that, or the original one.
I gotta say, Otacon's character growth in the series was great.
No,
Especially when
Otacon
you-
they just like whacking over the head with the tragedy mallet.
Yeah, but he overcomes it, unlike his father, Huey.
Oh God, Huey. Huey!
Huey Emmerich was just an asshole.
Well, so was Big Boss. He literally used the one guy. The punish snake concept. Like, dude, okay, you can make that thing in Zanzibar Land for me, please?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go work. Oh, wait. In Outer Haven. I'm gonna work on Zanzibar Land, the real Outer Haven.
Oh yeah,
Peace out, everyone.
Zanzibar Land. The other one,
Oh, yes, I heard about that. That guy that got reincarnated as a dog. Oh. And the whole show shot from his POV. That one was pretty bad. I haven't watched it. I've seen some. That one was pretty. Oh no! Here's John. Run!
we're getting.
This is why I base Conundrum off Big Boss Man.
Okay, John. Okay. Conundrum, you're gonna have to tell him who you had appear on your stream, and that's why I had to
It
throw
might
you in
have
here.
It was Scorpio November, a guy who.
Nope,
Wait,
nope,
I
nope. Who you got in
can't
bush?
hear, what?
I think it was Rogue Inquisitor hiding under Scorpio November.
Not that. Who you got to come in there to debunk that?
Oh, I got Lieber himself in there to debunk it. Made that person look stupid and rage quit.
So, wait a minute. So so is he sending Inquisitor, or is Inquisitor using him as an excuse to come at me?
It looks like he didn't know about it from the way he was talking.
Well, yeah, because Inquisitor was making it seem like it was Libra's,
I think
he was doing it.
Yeah.
Wait, they're remaking the Rurouni Kenshin anime? All they need to do is remake the final arc. They don't really need to do the entire anime again. Just give us a giant flashback arc and all the others. That's all you need for the Rurouni Kenshin
Besides,
part.
Conundrum, I'm reworking on the next season of WWE.
Nice.
And get this, everybody is getting remodeled, like, everyone's getting redone from the ground up.
Nice.
You basically look like Agent Smith if he was the son of Big Boss Man.
Nice.
Oh, I got a lot of work to do, don't worry. But at least I was able to get 8 wrestlers made.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Well,
already did 8 of them, John?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Because remember, I'm working on all the faces first, and then I'm gonna work on the heels. Which of the heels are gonna be the faggots we deal on YouTube?
Alright. So you guys know in context, I'm gonna give this out to you two. I did get River City Girls 2, and for a while, me and Lieber were planning to do a 2-player co-op of it. I'm still going on with that, even though, yeah, I just want to get that out in the open to you, so you know.
PSA announcement. You just gave a public service announcement to everyone.
Yeah.
Shout that out. Although I need to know what he identifies as. I know, bad joke. But it's late night and drinking. Maybe we need to find a okay.
Yeah,
What would we
it's
create
funny.
to drinking?
No, you want to hear a bad joke?
Please do. It's a late night and drinking stream.
The most funniest thing ever, that Silent's girlfriend has bigger balls than him.
Oh.
Wait, what happened to Silent?
No, John, don't go. No, not that rabbit hole. You'll disappear. You'll never return.
No,
Hit the like button.
Silent has a girlfriend now. We'll tell you more after the stream. You're gonna have a good chuckle.
That's if I'm still available. I'm lucky I'm here right now.
Wait, did they nab you? Did the teenagers get you? Are they making you
No.
listen to Cardi B?
Activating combat mode.
Better not.
Hell. Hell.
Literally, I haven't had no time to do no streams, no nothing, because I was like, you know what? I was inspired. Well, let's just say, Inquisitor inspired the second season of WWE.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? You know, I got a $100 PlayStation gift card. Too bad I'm not getting a person a prostitute.
Damn.
Well, are there any available up there? It's probably cold as hell right now.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna message you on Discord, John. Keep it private between me and you.
Okay. Speaking of which, I'm actually working on Silent's avatar right now.
Give us some ideas, would you?
I know how to make Silent look. See, everybody is gonna be everyone's an exaggerated appearance of their YouTube persona. Now, the problem is they didn't have the proper clothes to make Conundrum look like Doc Ock, so that's why I had to go with the whole
Yeah, because for
big
some
big-
reason, WWE decided to be a jack and get rid of all those stuff.
Yeah, I have to get the newer game to access the Creation Lab, like the downloading from the
G-Bane
internet.
encountered probably some guy on YouTube that is probably the worst person. And plus, he's from the South. It's from Chicago. He's from Cook County. Just so you know, there's this bill that wanted to be passed in Illinois. Yeah, I'll give out my location. Illinois is a horrible blue state. The reason it stays blue is because Cook County has the entire population of most of Illinois. So, Cook County is the county that has Chicago in it. Which Cook County can go burn for all I care.
Oh,
Along
Cook
with
County.
whatever's there. Well, it might as well be Crooked County. And it doesn't help that Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, is a member of the Blood Crips. Don't get me started on that one. I could go all day.
What, John? You read it?
Guess
Oh no,
this
yeah,
is
I'm still looking at something.
this
here,
is
hold on.
funny, everyone. They actually had to stop that bill, but the only bill that enforced it, where all the little people don't have to do the cash bail or
Oh.
anything, is Cook County. 69 counties in Illinois said hell no.
Oh, I mean, we all love illegal aliens at some point.
Yeah, you know, when you hear something else that's funny, you know, if Silent and his girlfriend would get in an argument, it would just basically be a dick measuring contest.
Damn, we're live on
Hey,
air.
Hey, she's got more balls than Canada.
Yeah.
Not you, Lily. I got my headset on.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
God.
And here, John, I even gave you something else as a bonus.
Okay.
By the way, everyone, pro tip: if you're fusing the materia, you want the hell versions.
Oh, the most funniest thing in my stream earlier for the messenger, Mr. Cypher says, "Hey, you're cheating," and I just said, "Yeah, like Pro Jared, I know how to cheat."
We all cheat.
Actually, no.
In some
have-
form
I've
of
never
way.
dated in my
Video
life,
games, life.
Oh no, video. I'm about to say, if it came to woman cheating, I'm the only man on this earth that probably has a clean record.
I'm about to say, John, if you've never cheated in a video game, you're so full of it. I know you would put those codes in for Tenkaichi, for
Oh, yeah,
that one
no,
game you were
video
talking
games,
about.
That's different. I've done it before.
That's why I said we all cheat in some form or way.
It's called Get the Jetpack in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh God, what?
Down,
Oh, the
down,
tank's
left,
just
right,
as
left.
bad.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah, but it's like I used to hate the tank code because like the moment you spawn the tank, all the stars are full.
I know, but it made it
Oh,
fun because then the cops have all this trouble trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Resolved.
Just a Gardevoir. Oh my God, John. If you heard about this guy, you would be like, what the fuck?
Well, then do tell. Do tell. It's a late night stream and everyone's here to chill and drink.
All right. He has this fetish of shitting himself.
Well, why don't you tell him about the poor guy with the cat? I'm sorry.
Zane-
I'm
Zane
sorry.
Cubo the cat.
I'm sorry, John's cat. I really am. I feel bad for you since I heard this.
Zane and Cubo the cat. Basically, Zane has a cat named Cubo that he
Activating
fucks,
combat mode.
and he admitted to it in a call.
you broke John's brain, like mine did a few minutes ago.
Conflict resolved.
Oh, G-Bane says, tell us the story of the Garvinder guy. Who's that?
The Gardevoir guy, Jag, just a Gardevoir. Mr. makes pictures of him shitting in diapers.
Wow. Okay, G-Bane,
And-
okay, so what's the origin of that guy and the whole thing there?
Well, basically, him and Raptor Tristan hate each other because Jag always asked us to defend his ass. Then Jag was talking shit behind Raptor Tristan's back, and it pissed Raptor Tristan off to the point that he wanted up. So we called him out on everything, including his fetish art. And his fetish art is him shitting himself.
What state does Silent live in?
Texas?
The home of steers and queers, and he
Wait,
doesn't
why
have
are
a
you guys so
horn.
far away all of a sudden?
No,
There we go.
Texas, the funny thing about Texas is, Texas was funny because they sent a whole bunch of the immigrants straight to Kamala Harris's house on Christmas Eve in the freaking snow. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
savage.
Sounds from Texas. Holy shit, Texas, home of steers and queers, and he doesn't have a horn, so that narrows it down.
Hey, I don't think it's a
When
problem.
I create his avatar, it just involves the color green.
I don't think there's a problem with us saying states or anything.
No.
Because we can make fun that way. It makes it more funner because then we can make fun of our own home state.
Oh yeah.
I can
Oh,
tell you
here we
for
go.
now, just not to sound Civil War-ish, the North and the South, when it comes to Illinois, have wanted to split off and do separation for years.
Keo, here's a famous Jag picture for you. Gardevoir picture that will make you cringe.
Do they?
These drags.
It's in Discord.
Prove your honor to me. I got it.
I don't know what's worse, this or a drag show.
Oh God, you don't want to know how those drag shows do with like the kids. Oh man, somebody hit the like button, by the way,
Yeah, hit the like button, everybody.
or comment down
For every
below.
time,
What's the matter now?
for every
Goddamn,
time you don't hit
silence the
I was looking
shortest
for
person on the
materia,
roster.
And now I'm late for my assignment.
He's very mysterious.
Texas is where Kimimura. Who's Kimimura?
Don't you need that too?
Oh yeah, Kimimura's Trap Brothel, aka Ancap Otaku.
Do please tell. Mr. Cypher just said that. I'd like to hear that too. You know a lot about some stuff that I don't bother to pay attention to. So this would be a good
Kimimura.
time. It could be literally called story time while we're chilling and drinking.
Kimimura,
I am
aka
Galvatron.
All
yes,
right.
Galvatron
You
is
can go
awesome.
on ahead. I'll handle things here.
Whoop.
Kimimura was a death
you
battle
put him in live
commentator.
action,
Then he went to political stuff, and he's a confirmed lolicon, and he's currently in jail for trying to go after his ex by slashing her tires. And they found CP on his laptop. And the funny thing is, AKA, you remember Silver Cyber, AKA Mage?
Yeah.
He was Kimimura's right-hand man.
Yeah.
What's this?
A Mako spring. Truly a marvel of nature.
It's so beautiful, but if we continue to take Mako from the ground, it'll dry up and vanish, right?
Yep.
When Mako energy is condensed, it becomes materia. Naturally formed materia.
Who is Kimmy? Well, we just said who Kimmy was, G-Bane, unfortunately. The trap brothel. Wait, he had a brothel?
You don't know.
No, it was the name of his channel.
Oh, okay, never mind. That actually concerned me there. I was like, when did those become legal?
Conundrum, I sent you some files.
It is this knowledge that binds us to the planet and calls forth magic.
Just let me get on my...
Magic.
Actually, fun fact, thing fact about Crisis Core. These scenes that you see like that, the little thing, they weren't voiced in the original version on the PSP. Does that say Chief Petty Officer? Oh my god. Did they really put the, like, Petty Officer at this? Oh wait, summon? Failed. Isn't that Kumoyo Jackson like Devil Summoner or whatever it is? Shit. I can't think of the name of this, Demon Slayer?
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting to take those goggles off of Kia. In this custom mode.
Conflict resolved.
What do you think of Monopoly match and we saved the freaking TikTok torture for another day, John? Tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we still got a lot of shit to do tomorrow because I was like, alright, since work wore me out, I'm just gonna work on the wrestling thing.
Well, Conundrum's here to tell us all the wacko stories of 2020. 2023. I don't know. Never mind. I blocked 2020 from my memory. Right. My memory. There, it was
Wait,
erased.
that was a year?
Yeah, that was a year. I don't remember it.
So what story would you like to hear?
Well, me and John have just stayed out of the loop of all the craziness going on. So Phil said some crazy
The fall of the
shit.
Canadian Empire.
The fall of the Canadian Empire.
Okay, how many Canadians have been let loose that we don't know crazies lately? Seems like everybody Canadian that way I see we're mentioning a ton of Canadians here. How many Canadians have been let loose?
Activating combat
Oh
mode.
man, I don't know actually. To be honest.
Is there that many? What do? Pop up like more than rabbits?
You know how you can tell Canadian? You just look for the head flapping up and down. And their love.
Somebody play South Park Blame Canada.
Can't. It would echo through my house right now.
Oh damn. You know what's funny, Conundrum? After a year of it being up, for Christmas present, New Year's decided to take down my Mass Effect Part 2 stream and there for hate speech. And I'm like, the only thing on there that I could think of was Clayton Bixby. We use Bixby all the time.
Nice. I like that, John.
Wait, you like the fact that Clayton Bixby was the one that got Mass Effect removed?
No. I sent Conundrum the full, at least the first 9 creations now.
Oh, okay. Kimio is nothing but Nintendo games. What, he's like Herman Smith? Speaking of that, is that guy still around?
Oh, Harmon Smith, the guy who made Jacob Spooner his bitch?
I don't know about that, nor do I care about that. I'm just asking, is he still around?
I'm joking. You have to know, I'm joking.
I know, but some people...
Jacob, don't take it as serious. I'm just pulling your leg, Jacob.
Alright, but is he just, I'm just asking, is he still around? I saw DSP was on some kind of collab mess-ups of 2022. I think you should include Low Tier God on that list of people that got disappeared. How? On what did they, okay, on what grounds did they get Low Tier God for is what I'm curious of. Does anybody know what how he got kicked off and what was the reason?
I don't know either. I think it's the stuff with Corey Kenshin,
That's what got Low Tier God?
probably.
Was that the guy that he went down that one tournament?
Corey Kenshin is the guy who basically complained that YouTube is racist.
Yeah.
Uh.
All of that, yeah.
Oh, that dude. Yeah. Well, we all know Ethan Clyde got kicked off to a degree. H3. Because he literally had a meltdown over Elon Musk taking over Tweet Land. Which I'm enjoying very thoroughly because he just keeps dropping all these documents that every conspiracy theory is like, told you so. I need to get Alex Jones was right jar for every file that gets dropped.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big thing in 2023. Alex Jones gets fucked over by.
Did you see Kanye's little meltdown on Alex Jones'
yeah.
show?
Oh, that was funny.
What are you wearing? Why would you wear that?
It looked like he was a gimp.
It's a mask that you used for.
That I was actually gonna say, I was like, the conundrums. It's somebody who is as yourself, partial professional in that field. How do you rate his performance on the show?
His wackiness was decent. His overall outfit, productive. He was trying to pull off the artist formerly known as Prince, basically. I just find
Couldn't even do that.
Couldn't even do that.
I found the Yahoo, probably could try and go save for Yahoo thing pretty funny. I can't be the only one that knows.
He was calling it Yahoo.
I know, but he was calling you. And let's not forget the fly swatter and the, I don't know what that other prop was.
Yeah, I know. He started to go Jeff Dunham after a certain point.
That really upset, oh, I don't know. What would you do if he actually ran for president in the third party slot? You think he'd win?
He won't make it. He would get 2% of he would get 2% of the votes and inflation because of the video of Ray J fucking his wife years later, or his ex-wife.
It'll be basically the same as when Gary Coleman ran for office.
Oh, Conundrum, you know her live while they were filming an episode of the Kardashians, her son went up to her and showed her that on Roblox they were airing it, the video.
Oh my god.
What, the Alex Jones video?
No, the Ray J video.
Oh, that video.
Yep, I was dead laughing when I found that out.
I hope they were wearing their Raycons.
I don't even think she probably lets Raycons in the house.
Yeah. It's funny, what else happened? The slap that was heard around the world.
The Will Smith one?
Yeah. Keep your name out of my wife's fucking house, but keep your dick in there instead.
Conflict resolved.
Man, the memes that came from that one were legendary. What else we've had that was from 2022? Since we're going on story time basically from last year, this could be a late one, and by the way, we hold no relevance to today over this. We're just basically joking at the stupidity that all happened last year.
Just like the Maine Coon cat. Yeah,
I don't
Maine
want to talk
Coon
about that
cat.
thing. At least you're being tortured by one.
Yeah. let's talk about that whole thing that everybody think that the whole infamous conundrum is the drama queen. Let's joke about that.
No, I just want to talk about publicity stunts and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I just want to have a recap of that because that was pretty funny. Because everybody's going to think, oh god, conundrum is there to start stuff. No. I'm going to admit I can be somewhat dramatic. But the thing is, I was in a bad headspace at that time, and I...
Oh, somewhat dramatic? That's an understatement of the year.
Gee, thanks, Gio. I love you too, honey.
I'll admit I could be that on camera. I'm the guy who jumped around and sung China, 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 China. I could be a bit of an eccentric to cuckoo.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just called myself Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on my own stream.
Oh, yeah.
Activating combat mode.
But hey, I deserve that. I really love that break. It was good.
Oh no!
What? Another crazy cat appear, John?
Hell no. I'll be the first one to tell it to go all over your place.
Those things get huge.
Hmm?
Those things get huge, those cats.
Yeah, they do. What else that went down that was interesting in 2022? Oh. Rest in peace to the greatest legends in the whole wide world.
Oh yeah,
Jay.
the guy who made Yu-Gi-Oh! And the other dude. Shit. Batman, yeah.
And Jason
Wait.
David Frank.
That's 3! Man, they took 3 in 1 year. Damn.
Yeah, they took 3.
Well,
three
by the
films.
way, what's your opinion of that football player? Was that a love tap? That he got tackled by from that game?
No. Hell no, I don't watch football.
You know the one that you've seen where his heart stopped and he just fell down on the field.
I didn't see that, Keo. I'm more of a hockey fan, actually.
I actually heard someone today complain, that happens all the time. I said, not live on air.
Yeah.
The last time something like that happened live on air for a football game, and I said, now I'm only going to say it's joking, was probably the Janet Jackson thing.
No, last time something like that happened on a live football game was back, like something serious like a player dropping dead was in the 70s.
So the Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial doesn't count either?
No.
Damn.
No, basically, and that famous thing where Lawrence Taylor gets tackles somebody so hard he broke his leg. He basically took his leg off.
Owie.
Yeah. Lawrence Taylor.
So it's been since like the 70s since something like that had happened. That's a long time.
Yeah, it was a tackle on Joe Theismann, actually.
Now here's a dark but question that I've asked people. If it was any other player, say Tom Brady, you think anybody would have cared? Because I know, or say that happened to LeBron James in basketball.
Oh, I hate LeBron.
Well, yeah, they're both universally not liked in both fields. So, would you bat an eyelash if something like that happened to one of those guys?
No, I would love to see LeBron James take a hit like that.
Oh, your opinion of Rest in Peace the DC Universe.
I am not a big fan of. I do love some movies of the DC universe, but I will miss the Suicide Squad mostly.
Yeah, because they hired James Gunn, who's an undercover pedo, probably.
Would he work for Mickey Mouse?
Oh, the other favorite thing, Vince McMahon, stepping down from WWE.
I heard
No,
something. I saw an article.
He regained the shit back.
Yeah.
What's this I saw the other about Vince McMahon being back on WWE?
I heard Vince McMahon might be selling it.
To who?
That's a good question.
Ran late.
I really don't know, actually. Be interesting.
Who would buy it? I mean, the people that make
Eric
what is
Bischoff.
it?
Ted Turner. He buys it and makes it into WCW. That would be.
I would laugh.
Chat, anything you would like to see interesting happen this year in the entertainment business?
Yes, the end of woke culture.
That'll happen. It'll take a while.
I don't understand. Yeah, because I don't understand. It's like, how many does an entire movie studio have to go under because of woke culture for them to finally stop giving those movie projects some money?
Well, here's a good question I have for Conundrum that involves movies. What's your opinion of what James Cameron came out and said after he got that $1 billion made from Avatar that he wants to get rid of all guns in his movies?
Fucking liberal.
There goes the free world as we speak.
No, I find it hypocritical. You're the guy that made the Terminator during the peak of all that crime rate.
And let's not forget aliens.
Yep.
But, you know, Terminator loaded with guns.
Yeah.
That's hypocritical. I want to get rid of it, but I'm like, but like I said,
Oh, Cisne.
you filmed a movie that's just loaded with guns, like Terminator and Terminator 2.
I see. Meanwhile, we have to clean up this mess. Zack, about Costa del Sol, I was actually...
Don't worry about it. It's all water under the bridge.
I'm just
But then again, if he wants to do that, wouldn't, like, little blue people with harpoons count as weapons?
You can do it, Zack.
yeah,
And crabs? Because the crabs grab people and slice them in half. That's like cutting off limbs and stuff.
and let's not forget. Oh, you want to know what movie I want to see?
Go ahead.
I want to see Cocaine Bear.
Oh god, no, yeah. Oh, I know you're talking about Cocaine Bear.
Is that the one that has the Winnie the Pooh that looks like a murderer?
No, it's the one about a bear getting high off the cocaine and killing
And
people.
it's going on a murdering spree in a fucking park. That's a movie, Keo.
Oh, I was wondering when is the Winnie the Pooh murdering
Horror
bear
movie,
coming out?
yeah. That I don't know when that's coming out. It's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, it's called Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey.
Honey.
Equipment and items beyond those supplied by the company. Also, it's said they have the right to refuse orders. Are you even
Oh my
listening?
god, we are
Where what?
We're getting a Barbie movie.
Well, that was gonna happen one of these days.
Yep. Oh, I'm happy. We're getting a Sailor Moon movie.
Concentrate.
A what?
Sailor Moon.
And it's gonna be fucked up because they're gonna make the women butch, probably.
Or are you
They'll
like-
probably no, they'll probably make Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune butch as fuck.
You know, they're still working on a live-action Powerpuff Girls show, but until they change Buttercup from not being a lesbian, they're not letting the show air. Or they're not letting the show continue until that, because they've gone through 10 rewrites of the script, and the fact that they still keep Buttercup being a lesbian, the producers are saying nope, nope, nope.
Oh. No, the other movie I want to see is Renfield with Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
Oh yeah, and what's his name? Nicholas Hoult is Renfield.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
Okay, I didn't need to know that, Mr. Cypher. I've already seen those controversy videos he's already pumped out early in this year. And my opinion is, more content for him, be it good or bad.
I ain't saying anything.
That's exactly why I gave you the most neutral of the answers. What the heck? Oh, it's a phoenix. Here I was thinking it was some kind of weird bird.
I do want to see Evil Dead Rise also.
Yep.
Okay, what was that about, John? You were saying how that's hypocritical, how movie trailers should get kicked off of YouTube too?
Yeah, because of YouTube's new rule, how is the Evil Dead trailer even allowed on YouTube? Because Evil Dead is excessively gory, bloody, and brutal.
Did you see that head piece fall in the dock?
Yep.
That's brutality pretty there too. Let's not forget some of the older movies, trailers. Like, I don't know, some of those Jason films or Halloween films. I mean, the list can go on.
Oh, we're getting another movie, Magic Mike's Last Dance.
Why?
I wish there was another movie. I wish Channing Tatum did another Jump Street movie with fucking Jonah Hill, because I don't even know. I laugh at the part because of Eric, the coach, and what is it? He was like, "Oh, you fucked the chief's daughter." Oh, you're fucking the chief's daughter.
I have a great idea for you, John. You're gonna pull out the Kados accessories to disapprove of what you just said. I know what they need to make, and I'm just gonna say this heresy right out of my mouth. They need to make a Dragon Ball Evolution Part 2.
At the time, because they showed the early screen cap of what Super Saiyan was going to look like, I was going to bear through it because they actually had the appearance of Super Saiyan looking correctly for their early in development. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, wait, tell me what you said about The Last Airbender. Why they couldn't say that on the right on the film screen because of James Cameron.
Yeah.
Tell
James
Conundrum
Cameron,
this made me laugh.
James Cameron was going to fucking sue for the right to use the name Avatar, saying that I'm using the name Avatar, so Avatar: The Last Airbender can't use it, even though he's not the creator of the name Avatar.
I know, that is funny. That is fucking hilarious, actually. Hopefully we get some other good movies.
Well, that's
I do
one
wanna
of
see
the
Rise.
things I would like
I
to
do-
see. Give me
I
some
do
good
wanna see
films coming out lately.
I hate to say this, I do want to see Rise of the Beast because Ron Perlman's playing Optimus.
And that's a reboot of the fucking, well no, it's a sequel to Bumblebee of the reboots.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, I'm excited for that too, because it's actually a fucking, and they said that they're building up to the Decepticons, the Megatron and all that, they're building him up like Thanos, which I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Ron Perlman's playing Optimus Primal.
Hey, maybe you can give whatchamacallit,
Scourge is the villain, which is a surprise.
no,
Looks can be deceiving.
oh god. Maybe you can give Starscream that arc he had in, what was the one TV show?
Armada.
Yeah. The one time
doubt they
Starscream was written really good.
And was the fucking hero. Who actually made Megatron be like, Prime, yeah, we're not fighting no more, we gotta take on Unicron.
Yeah.
Pony, it took you a while to figure out which Transformers show that was. You
Yeah,
found
so
it.
far, so far the cast, Pete Davidson's playing Mirage. Oh, do you know who's playing Scourge, actually? Peter Dinklage.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's an oxymoron, a midget playing a giant.
Is that even physically possible in the realm of physics?
Ooh, Nightbird's gonna be in it, aka the female ninjas, that female robot ninja from G1.
Who's basically RC's rival in this movie, by my understanding.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty awesome actually.
The power of soldier.
And David Sobolov is playing in Rhinox.
It sounds like they're bringing up an all-star cast of old Gen 1 Transformers.
Because they need to make up for all the shit Michael Bay did. And everyone's telling them, no, you did good with Bumblebee. It's okay. It's okay. You did a good start with Bumblebee. And they're like, nah, we're going right to the Beast Wars. They're like, what? Beast Wars already? They were like, do you want us to do another Decepticon story? I was like, that's true. There are other evil robot factions besides the Decepticons.
That is true. There's the, crap, what were they called, the Conundrum?
The Predacons.
Predacons, the
Quintessons.
The Insecticons.
And you don't have to set it on modern Earth either. You could set it in the BC era.
No, this movie is like how the Bumblebee movie was the 80s, this movie's in the 90s. So they're setting it at the time where these characters can pass for being in their G1 forms.
I would love to see Star Saber in a movie.
That would require them, they would have to set up the Minicon arc.
Wait, who was the one Transformer that was like...
No, Star Saber is not the sword, the actual character, Star Saber. He was actually...
Oh.
I'm thinking about
the Minicon sword, which is the same name.
Yeah, he's from Transformers Victory.
Oh, okay.
What about the, whatchamacallit, the, shit, what was it, the Transformer that had little tapes in them. The cassette tapes.
Soundwave's in the, see, when you go back and look at the Bumblebee movie,
there's not just Soundwave, there's also Sound Blast.
Shockwave.
Sound Blast.
Sound Blast, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you look back at go back to the beginning of the Bumblebee movie where you see the Cybertron fight, you see all the Decepticons we know are there. The only one we don't see is Megatron and Starscream, which they're setting up Megatron, obviously. They pulled a fucking Superman the movie. You see all the bad guys in the first movie, they're going to be set up in the sequels.
Yeah. There's a lot of factions in there.
Well, go ahead and name off a few. You're one of the Transformer experts, I know.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. Actually, there's the Mercenaries. Actually, there's the Heralds of Unicron.
Well, we can't use Unicron yet. I don't think.
Yeah.
You would have to wait until like a 4th or 5th movie to bring to like. He would have to be built up like Thanos.
No, I meant that faction. They were just saying the Heralds of Unicron. We couldn't use that faction yet.
Unicron fights everybody, so Unicron would have to be the reason the Autobots and Decepticons and any other faction would be like, fuck, we're gonna have to just put it to the side and deal with him.
The Junkions.
Oh yeah, I remember those dudes. Does anybody remember the Transformer planet where they went to Transformers, the original movie, where they kind of went to that junkyard planet where they were ripping up. Ugh.
Ultracons, there are them also. Viacons. Oh, no would be a more interesting thing, to be honest. If they went with this thing actually from Transformers, the Decepticon Justice Division. Basically, I'll describe each of them to you. Let me bring it up. The Decepticon Justice Division, they are, from the IDW comics, they are the worst of the worst. They're basically people who killed Decepticons who abandoned the cause. And they're named after the 4 cities that were taken over by the Decepticons.
They sound like they hunt traitors.
Yeah, but they're pretty awesome also.
So, with all these different factions, I'd say go for it.
Yes, yeah. It's like you don't have to get us straight to the fucking I get that, okay, the original bad guy, you gotta set up the Decepticons first, but I mean, set them up to be actual, like, they teased us Soundwave, Shockwave, Blitzwing, all of them in the first movie, but they only showed us 2 key Decepticons, like the ones we know, which was Soundwave and Shockwave. So that means
Yeah.
you showed us 2 of one of the worst.
All right. Their names are Tarn, Helix, Kaon, and Tesserus, and they each turn into something very interesting. Tesserus, he's built for torturing Decepticons. He basically has a grinder in his body that basically grinds up robots.
Well, that's brutal.
Oh, you think that's bad? And then there's the other one. Next is Helix. Helix has a built-in smelter in his body. You know what a smelter is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
At this point, I'm surprised one of them don't have a portable, what is it, steam press or the fucking presser?
John, if it hasn't been thought of before, it probably has been. This is Transformers.
Next one is Kaon, who transforms into an electric chair.
What?
Yep. And he electrocutes people to get information out.
This sounds like
Then
an
there's-
quiz.
Then there's Tarn. Tarn's ability is interesting. The way he talks very slow and methodical. It causes a transformation cog to stop, and basically the way he talks, the minute he stops talking to you, your spark will snuff out.
Great, he's got insta-death.
Hey, Eric? From now on, why don't we make a promise every time we meet?
Promise?
No, his voice basically kills people.
No, more of a promise about...
Well, you better put duct tape on his mouth real quick.
So those are all the Decepticon Justice Division.
So silly.
Then there's their one person, Agent 113, which they just lobotomized him and made him into an actual dog. Then there's Voss, the other one. Voss, he's interesting. Voss doesn't talk at all. He does talk, but he only talks in pure primal vernacular, which is basically the native Transformer tongue. It's basically Cybertronian. And what he does, his face plate, he could take his face off, and it has spikes in it, and he jams it into the other people's faces. What do you think of that, Keo?
I don't think it's going to be put in theaters anytime soon.
Oh yeah, the Justice Division. Those guys are the worst of the worst. You know what I would love to see, actually, if they do a Transformer movie on the Wreckers? I mean the OG Wreckers, like Springer. There's Springer, Impactor, Roadbuster, World, Twin Twist, Topspin, and Rack and Ruin. That would be a really good thing for Transformers if they did the Wreckers.
That's true.
And Tarn's face is basically the Decepticon symbol worn like a hockey mask. So he's like Jason Voorhees with that mask.
That sounds troubling.
The other thing I could see they do with the other thing in Transformers, I would love them to do the Terracons. I mean, like the zombified robots. The Sparklets, I think they're called. That's just wishful thinking. You get that. I do think Rise of the Beast is not going to do that good.
I think it depends on what it's put up against.
If it's against a Marvel film, it's fucked.
But if it's in the dead season, you know, when there's nothing out and nobody's watching anything, like, you know, the dead, like right now would be a good time to drop that sucker. There's nothing in theaters.
Yeah. Other than that, work's been doing good.
Ain't had no crazy people come up that way, have you?
Oh, nah. Believe me,
Activating combat mode.
the best part about working retail is enjoying the dumpster fires in person instead of watching them on YouTube.
Oh god, they gotta be legendary at this point.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. Keto.
Activating combat mode.
Well, considering that, what do you think the Fetterman won?
What?
With your state, Fetterman winning, what's your opinion?
Conflict resolved.
Would you rather Dr. Oz have done it?
Yeah. Let me put it this way. It'll be interesting that Sloth from the Goonies won that position.
I have a great idea for the next Biden's campaign. It needs to be Biden Fetterman.
Activating combat mode.
That was horrible, but hey.
Hey, it'd be interesting. Two brainless idiots trying to confront. Well, since Fetterman won, every time he does a good deed, he gets a baby roof bar. Like, I still can't believe that guy won,
Well, it just proves the basement, hiding in the basement strategy works.
Yeah. It just shows that this world, our world is fucked. If you have a literal blithering idiot who won office, and he did it, and the fucker had a short circuit.
I think I'm amazed what didn't do him in was that interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, he did an interview with, was it Fox News or MSN? I can't remember what it was. He did an interview with one of those big stupid TV show places, everyone, and yeah, it didn't exactly turn out so well. It's when he revealed that he needs a text-to-speech thing or to answer things. I wonder how he's doing in conference right now.
I really don't know.
I don't want to know. With how much of a circus show that place looks, they don't want to work overtime.
Yeah.
The last time I think they worked overtime was that freaking stimulus thing, which was a mistake, but still. That was the last time I ever saw a congressman stay until like 3 in the morning.
Yep.
I wonder how many senators of them were freaking out today because they had to work today of all days. Since it was January 6th, I find it would have been funny if an earthquake happened, like a little mini tremor, and they all kind of huddle up and like,
Yeah.
Don't tell me, you would have been dying laughing, would you?
Oh yeah, I would.
If like a little, I mean, it's not like a one that will hurt things, you know, like one of those little tremors that just like makes your pencil shake.
Most of the centers huddling up and stuff, I'm like, most of you's been around during the Cold War.
No, I could just see them all huddled up in a corner when that happened, sucking their thumb, crying.
Yeah, one in their safe spaces. Oh, what do you think about the God complex of Dr. Fauci?
Oh God, with the Fauci files being released soon, it's gonna be a nightmare for that man.
The fact that he's surrounded in an office with paintings of himself.
Textbook narcissism.
Yep.
Conflict resolved.
But then again, how did Maxwell get charged and sentenced when they didn't have a client list?
I do not know.
Oh, and we all know Epstein didn't Epstein himself. He disappeared in his off that prison cell because it was a freaking liability.
Yeah. I still can't believe the shit that goes on to this day.
Well, so much goes on, it gets so crazy nowadays that
Yep.
it's like when you can't think it'll get crazier, it just does.
Yeah.
She's trying hard. I'll give her that. For her efforts, I'll have to be a grown-up. You want a potion? Well, here you are then. But how does she make it to place it?
What else is there? Oh, no one was really funny, but most of the federal budget went to. Did you hear that, Keo?
It went to so many things that doesn't make that were just stupid. Cyberbullying?
The one I liked was trying to see if Thanos can do the finger snap.
Oh, God,
$100 and something $1,000 of U.S. taxpayer dollars went to that.
Okay, do they actually have a gauntlet that can erase bend reality?
No, I'll bring it up.
I know. I read it. I'm just saying it would be if they're gonna do that. I want you to have a gauntlet that can bend reality, or like an Infinity Stone. I'll give you permission if you have an Infinity Stone. You?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, that's just stupid. But if you had an Infinity Stone, I'd be going, okay, where'd you get that? I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, $118,000 went to a study if a metal replica of Thanos could snap his fingers. Why couldn't we use that money for something better, like Solanthropus
or graphene,
or Rex, or Ray? God, I want my Metal Gear Rex.
Or I don't know, maybe buy us, fix all our power grids.
Yeah.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
Or I don't know, waste my money fixing the software for the airline business.
No,
If
it's
your
interesting
software
in
is
Metal-
so outdated that it's still from the 70s, you need it fixed.
It's kind of interesting in Metal Gear. They had a ant lion model.
I mean,
You know.
it's interesting the fact of the war economy is still one of the interesting, more terrifying things.
Yeah. I actually like Senator Armstrong to this day.
Senator Armstrong will always be one of the best ones. Don't mess with this senator! Kick!
My favorite line is, nice facts. Do you have a source? The source is I made it the fuck up.
Oh, one of the best ones. It's nanomachines, son!
Yes.
Which was you put in there to make fun of the fact Kojima used nanomachines to make fun of as an excuse for everything in 4.
Oh yeah. The best thing about him is this is Alex Jones in a Metal Gear game.
Oh yeah. They weren't trying to hide that either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But besides Senator Armstrong, my other favorite character is Vamp.
Oh yeah, Vamp was awesome.
Mm-hmm. No, the one that we're like, Keo, and you're gonna laugh at this. We're like these two from Metal Gear: The Phantom Pain, Miller and Ocelot.
You know what that movie parallels? It actually has much literature paralleling to, and I think it's not that hard to pick up.
Yeah.
Moby Dick.
Yeah. I know.
This is Ahab. And Pequod.
Call me Ishmael.
Ishmael, Ahab, Pequod. If those of you who don't know, or even have read Moby Dick, those are all, like, you know, characters in it. They reference it constantly.
Yeah.
Now, Moby Dick is a giant book. I don't blame you if you haven't read it, because it's a one big book. But then again, most people probably, I'm amazed if you haven't, because most schools probably had it in there.
Yeah, but which one would you be, Miller or Ocelot, between us two?
I would probably have to be Ocelot.
Yeah, me, I would be Miller.
No, because
Best
Ocelot's a thinker.
Yeah, Miller, I love that last line. If it has to come to one of us killing each other, you know that was a good line.
Oh yeah, the line between him and Ocelot during the credit scene.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll train the Sons. Which they finally mentioned the Son's a big boss. Or the other son, let me rephrase that, the other son, because you saw Liquid there.
Saw this. And that's the point between Solid and Liquid, actually. That's why it's named Solidus.
Well, Solidus is for the coin that's used to, you know what I mean, it's an older coin used to make coins. I can't think of the chemical. It's like an alchemic process.
Yeah.
I used to know it like the back of my head.
Mercury.
Yeah.
That's another interesting character, actually. Skullface.
Well, he was a guy that got screwed over, but it's because of him that basically Big Boss never was able to make peace with Zero.
Yeah. No, with Skullface, the most interesting thing that he was kept alive by parasites.
Yep, but in constant pain.
Yeah, that was like a preliminary to the Cyborg Ninja project.
You mean the Perfect Soldier project, which is just really messed up. It's messed up that that happened to Frank Yeager of all people. The Perfect Soldier.
Yeah, poor Frank Yeager.
How you managed to raise Naomi is still a thing that just, you're like, how? I mean, I'm glad Snake lied to Naomi, which you should.
Yeah. And let's not forget about Huey Emmerich, the biggest douchebag ever.
Okay, Huey Emmerich was literally shoehorned in there because of Peace Walker. Because, well, let's have the Emmerichs meet each other, but we're never going to mention that Otacon's dad worked with Big Boss. Ever.
Well, Otacon's dad killed himself.
Was it because of the affair with his wife?
Yeah, that is pretty epic, though. But I will still say to this day, Hal Emmerich was the one who rose above his father's sins.
Well, he spent his entire life until he dies in penance.
Yeah.
For creating, unknowingly, this is actually ironic when it comes to the creation of Metal Gear Rex. It goes back to the Manhattan Project. None of the people knew during the Manhattan Project they were creating an atomic bomb weapon. They were trying to make a new discovery when it comes to, you know, atoms and stuff, and they thought it was a brilliant idea, and then they find out this thing they used was used to kill a lot of people.
And the thing is, Huey's father actually worked on the atomic bomb.
And
that's why he was born with being paralyzed.
Oh, of course, the radiation and all that crap. Oh.
Yeah, but it was interesting that Huey built a Metal Gear with a destructive weapon, where Hal built one that that was more peaceful.
But he didn't know, again, just like I said, that was going to be used as a weapon of war.
Yeah. And
so he spent his entire life in trying to stop Metal Gear's creations in them.
Yeah, that's what I liked about Huey. He didn't follow his father's footsteps.
You mean Otacon?
Yeah.
Or Hal.
Hal. That's why I say Hal.
I found it funny. Of all the people he chose to stick with, it was Snake.
Yeah. And I like how Sonny when they were talking about him. He's 30 now, and he looks really good. Yeah, but he keeps women at an arm's distance. You get why.
Yeah, because every woman he's ever liked dies.
Yeah.
It's like the curse of him.
And that's funny. He's like an anime. That's what I like about it. It's like an anime character trope. It's either someone dies. These are two things that Otacon's famous for. You want to hear what it is?
Crying?
Crying, women dying, and pissing himself.
Oh yeah, that's like, we're not gonna let you ever forget that.
Yeah. Oh man, if they're doing a HD remake of the Metal Gear series, oh my god.
Give me 4. I just want 4.
I want 1, just to have that battle with the Cyborg Ninja again.
Oh yeah, that too. I
And
want
the scene
1
behind-
and 4, the most, and I want 3 only to see the boss's last speech.
Yeah. And
Because
the
that,
fight with
whether you want to admit, and people don't realize, that speech encompasses everything, even about modern day-to-day society.
I know, and I love that ended with the debriefing, where Big Boss says like, "I finally know why you did what you had to do this.
It's
I
not.
understand your courage." I love that line.
It's not about us people trying to change the world. It's about leaving the world the way it is and it should be.
Good work.
That right there was. And the other one, boss. You said there should be only one snake. Oh, the world is better off without.
Without snakes.
And it was interesting that Eva, Big Mama. Do you know who her voice actress was?
Oh shit, I can't remember it off the top of my head. I used to know all of them.
Lee Merriweather.
Oh shit.
Lee-
Do
you know who Lee? Yeah. Do you know who Lee Merriweather is?
I used to. You're gonna have to tell me, because like they would hire a lot of actual actors.
From the Batman 1960s movie with Adam West, she was Catwoman.
Wow, they actually picked a lot of famous people for the finale, and it was supposed to be a finale, and it caps off in a finale.
Yeah, the voice of Colonel Campbell and Big Boss, Robert Doyle, that's Max Tennyson, aka Ben 10's grandfather.
I mean, if you didn't know, behind the scenes footage, the Japanese actor that plays Solid Snake and Big Boss were actually estranged. Like, they did not get along, and so I guess Kojima pushed it for them to be both voicing each other, and that's how they fixed their relationship.
Yeah. And the voice of Liquid Snake, aka Cam Clark, he's famous for Leonardo in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated show.
You can do it, Zack.
I got all the recessive genes while you got all the good genes.
You know something? I gotta send you something that's really funny. It's Cam Clark. It's on Cam Clark's YouTube channel. It's him and David Hayter singing their version of the Grinch song. You're a mean one, Liquid Snake. You really.
Did you ever see the interview that they did with Game Informer did with all the original Metal Gear cast all those years later?
Yeah.
And they literally talked about how it used to be the recording. Like, they were recording like this makeshift mansion, and like, you know, it was basically so impromptu the way they described it. Like, wow, that wouldn't fly today.
Yeah. And the thing is, with this whole the song that they did, it's Cam Clark and David Hayter doing it together. Every Christmas they get together and do something Metal Gear related with their characters. And the funny thing is, David Hayter, he played Captain America in Spider-Man the Animated Series, and he was the main protagonist in Guyver 2, Dark Hero.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, yeah, he actually did real life acting. He's not just famous for voiceovers and stuff like that. He's done a lot of stuff.
Alright. I'm gonna send you that link now. You're gonna love this song. And Cam Clark can still do the voice. He's like, "You're an asshat, Solid Snake." Then they did another one called Liquid Snake replies to Solid Snake at Taco Bell.
Oh, what
he actually
was?
does a lot of Liquid Snake videos.
Let's not forget Jennifer Hale as Meryl.
Yeah.
I do find it funny, and people don't like Johnny, but I'm like, you know what the concept of Johnny was, right? He's the what we call the ascendant gag character.
Yeah.
I mean, throughout the entire series, there's always been like some kind of Johnny character, like one of his ancestors to them, but he's always been the joke bunny. It's basically the
comic relief.
Well, no, that's actually, and I found it funny. He was literally walking with giants as a normal dude. He had no nanomachines in his body, and yet he's able to keep up in sync with all those people that are nanomachine, basically superhumans.
Yeah.
That is a feat, whether you want to admit it or not.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they go out of their way to purposely show you what they're capable of early on in, like, the first act. That they can zoom in and see what the other's seeing. So to be able to try to keep up with that little arm camera is insane.
Oh, yeah. So interesting if everything you find out more of the stuff.
Good luck.
Thanks.
No, it's going to be the fun battle in the Metal Gear remake. If they're doing a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1, I think you know what I'm talking about. What battle?
The Rex battle, or are we talking the Ocelot battle, where you try not to hit the one dude?
Psycho Mantis.
Oh, Psycho Mantis is one that I love, but I just don't ever, that I find it would be hard to program. That's why I was remembering the other ones. Although, if you didn't know, there's a trick on Metal Gear Solid 4. If you don't have a Rumble controller, Psycho Mantis freaks out. What? No Rumble? No memory card?
Yeah, and if you do look away, you see the Sorrow's ghost, and he's like, the way of the warrior is with you. Oh.
It's funny when you look at a literary standpoint of how every one of those the Cobras died is the exact opposite of what they are. The Fear dies screaming in fear. The Fury dies in that, well, we go symbolism around that one. The Pain, massive pain.
Yeah.
But the only one who is different was the Sorrow. Because he was at peace with his. The Joy boss always scowling, but the Sorrow was always smiling.
The End, always still alive.
Well, no, but I actually talked to somebody else, and there's like, I said, you know, they probably weren't aware of what the boss's true mission was, but they probably went in with wanting to go out the way they were. One of the specific themes that goes through is what in Metal Gear Solid 4 a lot is they talk about eras. How certain eras have passed people by, or the good old days. And I kind of see how the Cobras were written as, well, we don't want to be alive here anymore. Our good days were World War II, when the good fight happened, which still has never been replicated again. Is they know those days aren't coming back, but we can train this one soldier and go out and blaze of glory like we want to.
I think the best part when the Joy got the Joy back is her telling her story. And her opening up to Jack.
What's funny is when it comes to Ocelot, he has the inverse opposite effect. If you notice, at the beginning of the game, the boss kicks Big Boss's ass, like, so easily. But he slowly gets better and better and better. What do you do when you beat Ocelot the first time? You beat him so bad. By the end of the game, he's able to keep up with you, toe-to-toe, on the plane.
Yeah, and you remember what he did in Metal Gear Solid 3 where he does that finger gun point? You're pretty good.
Yeah, and he parallels it right as he dies. He says, I am Liquid's doppelganger, just as you were his, just like your father.
Yeah.
Which was like, I was like, ouch, because I know the context behind that. Owie.
Yeah, with especially with Phantom Pain.
Well, not just Phantom Pain, when he says just like your father, because, you know, he was, when Eva earlier says he wasn't fighting for anybody but Big Boss.
Yeah.
So, when he says just like your father, you look just like him. As he's older, yeah. But the sad thing is, one of the things that, in 4 is, one of them is the futility of war. And one of the sad things is, about the final fight, it starts out epic. You hear the epic music of all the Metal Gears, and by the end of it, you hear a sad, old, wrung-out guitar. It's just two old people are just sitting there with nothing left, beating each other to death. I've said it before. It's a lot easier to shoot somebody and kill them. It's a lot harder to beat somebody to death.
Oh, yeah. This is one thing I like talking to you about, is Metal Gear lore.
Well, I know my Metal Gear lore, and I know my literature, because I studied, one of the themes also is, on 2, is the dangers of technology.
Oh, yes, that was the greatest one.
It already shows you how powerful, how, a precursor to how, even in today's society, how widespread the internet could be, but I'd hate to say this, I'm sad that the original ending had to be cut. The reason why the original ending doesn't make a lot of sense was because originally the thing was to have crashed into the Twin Towers. But when the game was being released, they'd already filmed that scene and got it all done. They had to cut it out because 9/11 had just happened.
Oh yeah.
So in bad taste, they're like, we can't release this because it would be morally messed up.
You know what's the most interesting thing about Metal Gear Solid 2 that I laugh at all the time?
It's also the one Metal Gear game where you can tell Kojima something was wrong with Kojima. Have you ever sat and listened to when the AI is calling Raiden and you know it's malfunctioning? Yeah. It's doing nothing but ranting at the player. Put the controller down, it's a game, you'll waste your life away. I mean, that is, from a writer's standpoint, that sounds like Kojima just ranting at the player in the position he was in.
Yeah. You know what the most interesting thing, I'll be honest, is that game, Metal Gear Solid 2, predicted cancel culture in a nutshell.
Well, it actually predicted how wars aren't going to necessarily be fought anymore on a normal battlefield. I mean, Snake says it best himself. He controls the information, controls the tides of battle.
Yeah. And you could say Zero became so comatose because of the metallic archaea and the parasites.
Well, even if you take out that, yeah, what finally got him was old age.
Yep.
The power of soldier.
I still laugh that I did that.
Although, it's funny is, if you also look at literary standpoint on Metal Gear Solid 3, everyone wears a mask as a support team.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever listened to some of the conversations between Paramedic? She is a mad scientist, like literally. When she mentions human cloning, she gets excited. But then, the moment you called out on it, she just puts up the typical American nurse mask. Oh, I'm just a nurse. Just casually drops it. Siget is a bit the same way, but that's the 1970s, so I can't exactly be too sure. You know, the era that he lived in wasn't exactly.
He was talking about DARPA.
But you know what I mean, like some of the way, you know,
But
what was going on in the 70s.
Yeah, but paramedic, it really.
Hers
showed
is
Dr.
disturbing,
Clark.
but I would
Yeah,
say
there's a reason why. Hers is disturbing because you find out later she was the one who made Frank Yeager into the Cyborg Ninja.
and worked on the cloning procedures to create Sons of the Boss. But here's another interesting fun fact. I would say the only person out of that entire mission that was a legitimately good person, and this is gonna sound crazy, was Zero.
Yeah.
At no time does he ever put up a front or a mask. He's always just straight up honest with Big Boss.
And you remember
But-
remember the doctor from Metal Gear
And
2?
the only thing that ever really hurt him was the breaking of his friendship with Big Boss. You really do feel the camaraderie between the two guys in the third game. Like, I mean, he goes personally to visit him in the freaking hospital room.
Yeah, especially in the fifth one.
Well, that's after the divide, but in the third one you could tell. And I find it funny is Zero was willing to risk it all because of the promise he made to Sokolov.
Yeah.
And I also
in Metal Gear Solid 4, you know the guy who got the dialysis machine for Raiden?
Maddar.
Yeah.
Dr. Maddar from freaking
Metal
they were
Gear and Metal Gear 2.
Yep, they reference him. I really wish we got to see that, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Again, if there's one thing I know because of how interesting it is Metal Gear. Funny how a Japanese guy knows more about the dirty side of the U.S. politicians than he does even live in America.
And the most funniest thing is Metal Gear Solid. I mean, the regular Metal Gear Solid Snake. The way you kill Big Boss is with a flamethrower in it with a match in an aerosol can.
You wanna know? There's actually a quiet, horrifying scene in the very first one that I bet you probably noticed it, but a lot of people younger than me, I didn't notice it until I was a lot older. I played it again when I was older. It's the Stark 3 plan, and they show how many uncounted nuclear warheads there were by the end of the Cold War.
Yeah.
When they go through that at the ending credits, that's just chilling. You're like, oh, wow. And it just goes to prove, when the genie was let out of the bottle, it never really got put back in. It's why when Obama made that big speech when he left, he said, I successfully have put nuclear warheads back into the bottle. Genie back in the bottle. I died laughing. And my parents just looked at me like, what's wrong with me? I said, he did not. You can't. It's been... Once that was let out, it was... Well, it's one of the themes in the first game is how much regret the fact that was created. Hell, even in the third game, Sokolov point blank says, all I wanted to do was create rockets to go into space, but I now find my rockets being used as nothing but weapons of war.
Just talking about Metal Gear with you is always good.
Well, because I know the philosophies behind it and can understand a bunch of things.
Yeah. And it's kind of fitting, even when Zero was dying.
I think he had Alzheimer's. You hear it in the tapes. He says.
Remember the metallic? Remember, he got stuck by that pin by Skullface.
But before he got it, I think he was suffering Alzheimer's. He says, I might not be up here in the head by the time you see me. Indicating he might have been developing Alzheimer's or something. You know what I mean?
No, I think the cure, because they had to slow it down. Parasite. Remember what the parasite does to you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and get some sleep.
Yeah.
I'll
And
keep
every
watch,
time you speak,
so don't you worry.
you basically let the parasite take over. and what they had to do was slow it down, actually. But even that scene, even at the end scene where Zero was basically dying because Big Boss turned off his oxygen, you still see the respect he paid for him.
Yeah, Big Boss holds him still.
Yeah, and then closes his eyes.
And then also he goes so far as to say, maybe he feared me. He never got the closure that basically Zero did when seeing him in the final hospital room.
And I love this. All I have is nothing but longing and pity.
Did he hate me? Or maybe he feared me? I found it funny that he wasn't mad at Snake, he was mad at that they were still using Snake, the Patriot AIs were even after they were gone.
Yeah.
And one of the funniest lines is like, I've never thought of you as a son, but I've always respected you as a soldier and a man.
Yeah.
Which in a roundabout way is almost the same damn thing.
Oh yeah. And I love the scene where Snake picks up the cigar and gives it to Big Boss. And that line, it's as good, isn't it? Still my favorite.
Well, he died in, well, at peace. Just like the boss did.
Yeah, because if you notice the flowers, the same flowers that...
He was the one that laid the flowers at the grave there earlier.
Yeah, I mean, around the graveyard you see the white flowers, bushes, where the same flowers that Big Boss died.
I'd also like to point out that the server room where GU is purposely kept is exactly like the graveyard where the boss is kept.
Yeah,
it shows projections of the exact same flowers. Not a lot of people notice that little detail. I did. I was like, oh.
And the AI unit was basically the mammal pod.
Well, the interesting shit, how do I put it? I will never forget what someone on still they had just beat Metal Gear Solid 3, and I was watching it. And, I was watching the ending, and you see Big Boss at the going to Arlington, and someone I know, he goes, "There's no white headstones like that. I never seen him." I almost smacked him right there. I said, "That's a military place. They've had people there since the Civil War. Of course, you're not gonna see it. That's Arlington Cemetery. Only select few are allowed there. You have to be a military family, I believe, of someone in there to get in there.
Oh, yeah.
And there's always a guard on duty there."
Yeah, I like this. Like I said, this was one. Metal Gear series is like one of the best series of games ever.
Well, Kojima does his research most of the time.
And you want to hear something funny? With Kojima, he based Otacon a lot off of him, actually.
Well, yeah, I can see that. Did you notice that in the background there's Zone of the Enders?
Yes, and on his computer is a lot of references to Kojima games.
Snatcher. The little thing that it goes around with you on Metal Gear Solid 4 is the little device from Snatcher.
Yep, and Police Knots. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna get some sleep.
I'm about to finish this one mission and head to sleep as well.
Alright.
Have a good night, you all.
Alright.
I hope you all... Yep. Okay, everyone, as you've seen, I hope you enjoyed this late night stream with y'all. Weren't expecting some people to pop by, and we're expecting this. I hope you all have a good night, and all they all probably hopefully see you all probably later for Monopoly tomorrow. Unless for none, all of us are passed out or doing something. So, try to have a good weekend, y'all. Till then, see ya.